What's going on, everyone? I'm Sean from Start to Finish Gaming, and welcome back to episode 31 here on ARK Survival Evolved. Guys, in the last episode, we went to get the artifact of the Skylord, and boy, what a struggle that was. But if you haven't checked out that video, in the right-hand corner right about now is a link sending you on over there. So definitely check out that video, then come on back to this one. But today, guys, I've been kind of looking around base. I've been trying to figure out what to do in this episode, and then I came across this guy. This is a Ascendant Beelzebufo saddle, which if you guys don't know, that is the Bullfrog, and that's a really damn good saddle. Personally, I've never tamed one of these guys, and I kind of want to see what they can do, because apparently these things, if they kill bugs, it farms like cementing paste, which cementing paste is something that I feel like I'm always struggling to have at base. I always feel like I'm doing cementing paste runs and stuff like that, and honestly, having a cementing paste farmer in the form of a bullfrog might just be the greatest thing ever, honestly. So we're going to go out, we're going to get a few of these guys today because I want to breed them and see what an imprinted one can honestly do and how much cementing paste these guys can get. Before we get into that, though, as you guys know, I did take a little bit of a break. I did do a video about that, but I did mention a side project that I'm working on, and I also do have a server and everything, too. But as I've been working on the side project, I've been using a app called Beacon. Beacon, basically, I kind of just click some buttons and say, like, this is what I want in my server, and Beacon makes the INI code and sends it over to Nitrado. It's actually really, really good, especially for people that aren't good at, like, coding and INI and all that fun stuff like myself. But long story short, as I've been kind of searching through Beacon and kind of getting all the variants and stuff into my server, I came across this guy. Let me turn the camera around, of course. There we go. I came across this guy. That's an R dire bear. Now, I'm confused because I thought the R dire bear just never existed. I've actually never heard of this thing, and I was really, really intrigued. And lucky enough, I actually got it onto the server, and it works on the server and everything. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, this isn't, I've never seen this on Genesis. Apparently it does exist on Genesis, but you cannot tame it. It's actually one of the things that the summoner can spawn in, which is a real, like, that's a real shame, because, like, I really like how this thing looks. And I feel like the R dire bear, like, I feel like the dire bear in general just needed something. And I felt like having an R dire bear for us to tame is just, like, something a little bit different. Because I feel like some of the R variants shouldn't be an R variant. Like, we don't need a Parasaur. We've already had the Parasaur. And as much as I love the Aloe, like, the Aloe, our Aloe looks amazing, it's not necessary. We have an X variant, and I feel like the R dire bear could have replaced one of those two. But guys, if you're interested in checking out the R dire bear and everything like that, you can spawn it into your single player. But if you are looking for a server to play on, head over to my Patreon. There'll be a link in the description down below, and check it on out. It's a real fun server. We're over on the island, and basically we're doing like a story mode. But all of the variants of dinos that naturally spawn on the island are in fact in that server. So obviously the dire bear naturally spawns, so I have the R dire bear spawning over there. The R megatherium is there. The all the variants of raptors are on there. The rexes, basically everything that spawns in the island naturally, all their variants exist on the server, which is a lot of fun. It adds a little variety, and it also makes it a little more difficult and everything like that. But guys, I think the best place to get this Beelzebufo, the bullfrog, isn't on the island. I don't want to go 3-4 hours of looking around for this damn thing, honestly, and I feel like there's better places to get them. So we're going to head over to Ragnarok. Personally, Ragnarok is one of my favorite maps, but I feel like going over to the swamp area in Ragnarok is the easiest place to find these things, honestly. So let me get prepped here. I think I pretty much have everything ready to go, but I'm just going to double check and everything like that, and I will see you guys over on Ragnarok. Really, really excited for this. I am definitely going to wait for that yellow drop, though. Hopefully I get something good. But guys, give me a few minutes. I'll see you guys on Ragnarok. Alright guys, welcome to Ragnarok. Personally, my favorite map. Oh my god, I absolutely love this map. I did spawn in Jungle too. If you guys are coming over to Ragnarok, that might be the best place to spawn, because it literally puts you right where the obelisk is. And honestly, if you're picking up a few things, this might be the best place to kind of spawn in, so you can just grab your stuff and kind of go. So what's really nice too about spawning over here, especially if you're just starting on the map, as long as you have a pick or a hatchet, and it could be stone, you can break these guys. They're actually right next to the obelisk, and it's a relatively safe area, and you'll actually get some nice stuff from it. So as you can see, right away I got a metal hatchet, got some arrows, got primitive bows, and it's just a good way to kind of start out the actual adventure here on Ragnarok. And there's a ton of these all over the beach and everything. So you have a decent amount here. I think if you head down that way a little bit, there's another like 2 or 3, honestly. So in this area, you can just get a ton of stuff. And honestly, right from level 1, starting with like metal hatchets, crossbows. Yeah, there's like 2 more over here. There's a couple actually over here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay. So just to give you guys an idea, though, from that, I got 2 metal hatchets, 1 primitive pike, 10, 20, 29 spears, 39 stone arrows, 2 swords, a wooden shield, and 3 primitive bows, along with a crossbow. Like, that's a great way to honestly start out your adventure here on Ragnarok. And honestly, it's just one of those things that I absolutely love about this map. It's kind of one of those, this is actually, I think it mentions on the wiki that this is kind of like, the devs kind of give you a little bit, these little crates are almost like a present, if you will, for kind of heading over to this map or something like that. It's actually really, really interesting. But, yeah, let me head on over to the swampy area. Let's pull up the map just to show you guys kind of where we are. We're up in this corner. We're pretty much heading south right over to about 4015, around there where those little islands are. That's the swampy area. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find some Beelzebufo. So I'm just going to call them Bullfrogs, make it a lot easier for everyone to understand. So I'll see you guys over there, and let's see what we can find. Alright guys, so this is the area we're going to be looking for the Bullfrog. We're right over here, like I said, about 4015 roughly. And what's nice about this area, well, what's nice about Ragnarok in general is, I feel like there's a lot of like Easter eggs and little things that you can find all over the map, including in the swamp. Apparently there is a area that kind of has a little like house in a tree, kind of to resemble Shrek, I believe, which is actually really, really cool that they kind of added these little things. And you can find all these little things like all over the map, whether they're like little hidden caves that you have to like break some rocks to actually find them. Obviously a little ode to Shrek, which is somewhere in here. Honestly, I always have a really hard time finding it. I'll see if I can find it. If I do, I'll kind of show it off in this episode. Yeah, there's just a lot of little things that they added to this, which is really, really cool, and I feel like it's really unique compared to the other maps in this game and everything like that. But this whole area out here is where we're gonna find some Beelzebufos. Oh my god, I said I was gonna call them Bullfrog. Let's just call them Bullfrogs and keep it nice and simple. But the problem is here that you do find other things like Capros, Sarcos, and stuff like that. I do feel like the biggest issue is gonna be the Capros, because they can knock you off and everything like that. This is also a really good spot to find Baryonyxes. Baryonyxes used to be real easy to tame because all you had to do, hey, there's our first one. Let's see if it's actually a high level one or not. 140 already. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my god, I love this place. But anyways, Baryonyxes used to be real easy to get, and this used to be like the spot to get them. But now you can't pick them up with a Argent anymore, so yeah, it makes it kind of tough to get them here, because, I mean, you have Capros and stuff like that, but then you kind of have to make a trap and lure them over, and it just makes it really hard to get them, and I honestly don't understand why the Baryonyx specifically you can't pick up with an Argent, but the Argent can pick up, like, most creatures and everything like that. Apparently, including the Beelzebufo. We're going to check this out and see if it actually works or not. I hope it does. But here's the idea. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to bring the Bullfrog all the way up here to kind of this little safer area, and then I'm just going to use the harpoon gun, and we're going to use the net gun, basically, to trap it and then knock it on out. Hopefully it's a relatively easy process. Hopefully it's relatively quick. But you can see that they're kind of all spawning all over the place. So we have a 100, we have our 140 green one, which I do like the green, so I think we might go for that, but I kind of want to see what else is out here first. But 140, 60, there's another green one over there. That might be our 140, actually. That is our 140. Okay, so then there's another green one. What level are you, buddy? 90. Okay, but yeah, Ragnarok, along with the other custom maps and everything like that, do tend to get higher spawns and better spawns and everything like that. And I kind of want to look at the Baryonyx 60. Okay, I'm always in the hunt for Baryonyxes. I honestly really, really like them. There's no need for a Baryonyx at this point, but we're over here. Might as well take a quick look. But yeah, they are all over the place here. And if you go over to the custom maps, you do tend to find higher spawns a little bit easier. I believe that also applies to Genesis and Genesis 2. I feel like it's actually pretty easy to find them too, in general. But personally, this is my favorite spot to kind of come when I'm looking for swampy creatures, because it's kind of out in the open and everything like that. It's relatively easy to see everything and anything. That's a 60. Where's that other guy? So I'm kind of hopping around over here before. Where'd he go? They must be in the water. Yeah, okay. I gotta figure this out. But let me kind of look around. Let me see if I can find anything better than 140. If not, that's a great start, honestly. And we'll see how this goes. So give me a few minutes, guys. Let me take a look around and see what high levels are here. Alright guys, so it looks like we got our first Bullfrog here. This is in fact another 140 female. I think this thing looks really nice. It's a combination of like blue, like a really, really deep blue, like a deep navy I would say, along with green too. So this is definitely the first one we're going to grab. I would like to get that other female 140, because you never know. The female that's green might actually have better stats or something like that. And I have enough cryos, I think, for a total of 4. So might as well get all 4, honestly. But I'm really liking the colors on this thing. What's nice is now that I'm kind of carrying it around and everything like that, it doesn't aggro on me or anything like that. Hopefully the net gun works. I personally have never used the net gun on these guys before, but we'll see how this goes, honestly. I'm kind of liking the spot right here. I feel like it's really, really, really just bare here. There's nothing really here. So all I'm going to do is pretty simple. Just kind of drop him on down. Get off the mount. He's going to start kind of working his way back to the swamp, it looks like. Get the net gun ready, and fire. There we go. Cool. Nice and easy. Hopefully this process is relatively quick. Hopefully I can knock this thing on out before it gets out of the damn thing, but we'll see what happens. Of course, hindsight's 2020. I totally forgot to bring a mount or something like that with me, so I'm not the one taking the damage. It's the mount taking the damage, but we'll see. Oh wow, that was 4 shots, and it's already out. Oh, this is going to be great. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's check out its stats and everything like that. 1188 in health, 475 stam, 252 weight, and 170 melee, which honestly I'm not sure if that's actually good or not, but I also realized too, I have all the fish for whiskers, so I definitely want to keep this thing fed. I don't want to lose this thing. We're already at 3.0 for a reason. They keep dying on me. Not my fault or anything, of course. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab that green Beelzebufo. I love how I started out the episode saying, like, I'm not going to call them Beelzebufos. I'm going to call them Bullfrogs. And since I've said that, I think I've only called them their ARK name, if you will. But anyways, I'm going to grab this one. We're going to knock it on out and everything like that. Ooh, there's another one. Ooh, there's a red one. I think we looked at that one before, yeah. Okay, but I mean, 2's not bad to start, honestly. I just need to find this 140. Ooh, that's a nice looking one. Look at that purple. It's a 100, so I'm not going to bother with it, but I think that's our 140? That's not our 140. Our 140 might be this one then. But I definitely need to find, yeah, I definitely need to find a male, though, honestly. 2 females is good, but we need the male, unfortunately. So let's see if I can quickly grab you. Perfect. Let's get out of here, because there's Capros. Bring you back up on there, knock you out, and kind of keep looking around. What I've actually done, too, is I've taken one of my ovises from the island. I actually have a male and a female, and all I do is I just breed them, get a kid, let the kid grow up, and that becomes mutton for us, basically. That's kind of the... That's kind of the process at this point. Mutton is the best thing to tame creatures with and everything like that. So, I mean, might as well do it. I have a little bit of a slaughter farm, if you will, going. Yeah, it works. It's actually going to give these guys 100%, 100% taming and everything like that, which is amazing. But let's see how round 2 goes. This shouldn't be too bad. It's another 140, but this should be kind of quick. I just need to make sure it doesn't go all the way back down, because it'll start running back towards the swamp, because it's trying to get back to its, like, natural area. There we go. And now I'm not too worried. I pretty much can just kind of shoot it and do, like, 4 shots and kind of call it a day. So, shouldn't be too bad. Once these 2 are out, I am going to keep looking around to try to find some males at this point. But obviously, higher level is going to be the best. Here's the 4th shot. That should knock it out. Was it 5 shots? It was 5 shots. Okay. Oh my gosh. I do have to keep an eye on their... Oh wow, unconscious is actually dropping a lot. But their food drops really quickly. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is actually really, really good. Oh crap, how am I going to kill the kid? I'm not on PvP. I'm on PvE right now. Alright, I guess I gotta log out and log back in. Hopefully I don't lose these things because I'm logging out, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Alright, and we are back, and we're good. Sweet. Okay, they're still here. Thank God. Oh my gosh, I was a little worried that I was going to lose them. I mean, it's not a huge loss, because it's only taken a total of 10 trank darts, and 2 projectiles, so it's not really the end of the world, but it's totally fine. So the reason why I need to go on to PvP is because, as you can see in the corner right now, I have a cryosickness timer. If I throw this Ovis out, it will become cryosick, which is what I intend to do. If you enable cryosickness on your dino will actually take 10 times damage if it gets hit. So, yeah, basically all you have to do is just unclaim it. It's not yours anymore, and just hack the heck out of it. What I could do is actually, why am I doing it this way? I could probably just claim it and then just slaughter. Yeah, I totally forgot about this option. Let's do that. Let's see if that gives me anything better. Nah, it just kills it. Okay, can I... Oh, okay, I can actually get it. Oh, okay, so you can do either or, I guess. But, long story short, this mutton, I'm going to use to actually, for these creatures and everything like that. And it just makes it really, really quick. And honestly, you get a ton of pelt from this, too. So, if you have a really good, blueprint for some, like, snow gear and everything, I forget the name of it from the top of my head, but, you can actually use the pelt from that, and it's actually a pretty good process. So, let's throw some mutton in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 should be totally fine. I think it only takes 4. Ooh, it might take a little bit more. There we go. And it's ours. Sweet. Okay. I'm going to take those 2 muttons back because, yeah, I'm a little greedy. But 258 melee. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know. But we're going to head on over to the other one right now and kind of feed that and see how this thing turns out. So let's kind of compare and contrast. I like the colors on the first one better. But this one is 175 in melee, so this one has a little bit better pre-melee. I'm just going to give it like 7. I don't know. I don't know if it's too much. It's totally okay. Let's see. It'll honestly probably tame it up right away. Really? How much longer do I have to wait? Not long at all, so I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to put 1 mutton in there. That shouldn't affect the taming effectiveness. Alright, and she's up, number 2. Okay, let's compare and contrast here. Let's get this thing in a cryo, and then we'll kind of look it on over and everything like that. So, comparing the two, I'm going to say the first one I like the colors better on. But looking at the first one, we have 1496 in health, 627 in stamina, 291 in weight, and 258 melee. The second one, we're looking at 1452. Okay, so the first one's better. Okay, 1452 in health. I thought they had the same health. That would have actually been funny. 741 in stam, which is better than the first one. 645 in... Sorry, not 645. 262 in weight, which I think is better than the other one, too. It is not. 291 is the best in weight. And 263 melee. So this one has better melee, too. Cool, okay, so kind of 2 and 2 right now. The first one has better health and better in weight. And the second one has better in melee and in stam. So, not looking too shabby, but we do need to find a male. So, let's see what we can find. Alright, so there's that. That's a 150 female. I have to get that. Yeah, I have to. Oh my god. There was one that I just saw jumping out over here. Okay, what was that? 85. Okay, no. This 150 is ours. I might not like the colors on it, but it is a 150. I have to grab this. Okay. So we're going to have 3 females as of right now. We definitely still need to find a male. But yeah, this is the 150, right? Okay, good. I grabbed the right one. Thank God. I would set this up over here, but I did see a snake or two. It is further down, though, so I might actually be okay if I kind of just drop it here. And kind of just put it in this little crevice right here. That actually might be a good idea. Let's do that. Let's kind of drop you right there. Let's land. Let's get this guy ready. Here we go. There we go. Should take probably 7 shots. 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's out in 5 also. Okay, sweet. I thought it would take a little bit more because it's a little bit of a higher level, but no big deal. Oh, I do have the mutton on me, so I probably should kind of switch it on over. I know the Argent is going to eat some of the mutton, but that's okay. Let me just get its food all the way up so it doesn't... Let's just kind of get it out of the way. There we go. Perfect. Okay, sweet. We have more than enough mutton left over. I'm going to leave this thing here. I think it'll be totally okay. Kind of just hanging out there for a few minutes. But I do want to take a quick look around here and make sure there's nothing here. Because I really don't want to lose a 150 over this. Over just picking a easier spot to fly to. But I do want to look for a male. Because at this point, we do need a male. We have 3 females. And yeah. So let's keep looking. Let's kill this guy. Get this guy out of here. And look around for this male. Hopefully I can find a high-level one, honestly. I have been thinking about getting that purple one, honestly, but we need to focus on the male first. That purple one was a level 100, but it is another female, of course. So let me get searching here. Let me see what I can find. What about you? 20, of course. And you're a male, of course, but I need you to be like, I don't know, 130 levels higher than what you are. But anyways, let me look around. Let me see what I can find. I see an orange one. Maybe... Nope. 0 for 2. Alright, let me search around. Let's see what we can find, guys. Alright, and she's up. I decided to basically come on back and just, wait for this thing to wake on up. I have looked around. I have found a few more. I've in fact found a 145 female. Still having a hard time finding a high-level male. I think the best I've come across is a 120. But let's kind of compare and contrast with this one. This one definitely has the best melee. 319 melee, 646 in stamina, 256 in weight, and 1804 in health. I think it's just best melee. I don't think... Oh, wow, it might have the best in health by a landslide, too. It does. It has about 400 more... 400 more in health versus the other ones so far. Yeah, this was definitely a great pickup. Doesn't have the best weight. I don't think it... What's its stamina? 627 versus 646. It actually has the best stamina, too. Oh, my God. This one's looking pretty damn good, honestly. But just to kind of show it off and everything, show off the ones that I found. The 120 male was easy to spot because it's actually all white, which is kind of cool. But I did also find a female 145, and... I only saw a quick glimpse of it. I didn't really look at it too long, but it did look purple, which is kind of cool. I don't know. The purple just looks really interesting on that. Is it you? It might have been you. Ooh, it's not. It's a blue, but it's actually... Oh, my God. You're actually kind of cool looking. Let's pick you up just to kind of see... Oh, God. There's a Capro, like, right by it. And I know that Capro's going to friggin' knock me off. Shoot. How am I going to get to this thing? All right, I'm going to have to wait this out, because... Oh, come on, don't go in the same direction. All right, we'll look at it for the meantime. That looks really cool. I really like that blue. It's like a weird, like, glistening almost, and then it's a 60 Capro. Oh, my God. It does look kind of cool, though, honestly. Now looking over Cryopods and everything like that before we kind of do anything here, we have 2 were dedicated to... the Otter and the Argent, which means we actually have 2 remaining. So we're able to get 2 more total Beelzebufos, Bullfrogs, basically. That had purple in it, too? I'm just going to pick it on up, because honestly, it looks like it's like blue and purple. That's actually kind of cool. Let's pick you on up and kind of see what the heck you are, because it's a little bit tough to see. It's actually tough to see this way, too, because it's like just shadows. Yeah, you know what? You're going to do. It's fine. As much as I really, really like the purple and everything like that, I'm not going to go for a level 100 when we do have access to, like, 145s and stuff like that. So let me bring this guy over here yet again. We'll knock this thing on out, and then I'll show off the male for you, the 120. I don't know if that's the one I'm going to go with, because, to be honest, I can search the rest of the swamp for more, which I think I'm actually going to do, because I feel like, look, we've gotten 2 140s, a 145, and a 150 female. there's bound to be a really good male. It's just a matter of actually finding it. I should have thought this through, because now it's going to start hopping all the way back. Oh, crap. Okay. No, I think it's okay, actually. I was a little worried that I was going to hop off the edge, because I actually need to grab all my stuff, which... Yeah, I probably should have done this before doing anything, but let's see. Where is it? Oh, God. No. How did I know this was going to happen? Oh, my gosh. It's... Oh, God. Where'd it go? Couldn't have went that far. Oh, no. I knew I should have actually held on. Oh, no, it's right there. Okay, it's just... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Gave me a heart attack there for a second. Okay. Let's grab this thing. Where the hell did it go? Right here. Oh, there it is. There we go. Oh, sweet. Okay. One. Yeah, I like the colors on this one. Two. Because, you know, that's the priority. It's colors. That's the only thing that we have to worry about. It's just colors. All right, one more should knock it on out. That should be two. This is 4, now this is 5, and it's out. Sweet. Okay, let's go look around. I'll show off the male. I'll also kind of take a look around, too, and see if I can find another male. Because, again, I'm not too thrilled with only a 120 male. There's got to be better out here, but let me at least show it off. Alright, guys, so just kidding. I realized that, honestly, I really didn't want a 120. The colors are nice, don't get me wrong, like, it's just a white frog, basically, but, long story short, the level just wasn't really, something I was happy with, so I did take a little bit, longer to look around, and I actually found a male 135, which honestly looks like the best in the area right now, so I'm just gonna grab it. Nah, the colors aren't that good, honestly, it's all black with a little bit of green, but it's no big deal, and I do actually have to head back over to the 145 anyways, because I gotta feed it. At this point, it's kind of been over there for a little bit, so it's, unconscious level's probably pretty low at this point, so kind of kill two birds with one stone, obviously, and hopefully the smell's going to be good enough, and if it isn't, it's totally okay, because we have 3 good, at least so far, we have 3 decent females, honestly, so we'll see how this goes. Again, it doesn't take much to knock them out, which is really, really nice, but where is my female, by the way? Where did I knock it out? Oh, yeah, I see it. It's right on over there. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're just going to land here. I'm a little better prepared this time, which is nice. And fire. There we go. Oh, God, because the female's in range, it's going to take less damage. Oh, my God, it's going to take a few extra shots. I should have moved it a little bit over to the left, but it's totally okay. So it should take about 7 or 8 shots, I think, at this point. But we're at 3. 4. 5. What is that thing like on its head almost? It's like it's part of the net gun, but it just looks kind of weird. It almost makes it look like it's wearing a bonnet. Doesn't it? Like right there, it almost looks like horns basically. Or like one of those oh God, it's like the thing in Thanksgiving. What is that called? Like a Capricorn or something like that? Like the no, the Capricorn. Oh my God. The cornucopia. That's the word. I don't know. That just reminds me of it. Just kind of like the way that it looks. It looks really funky, though. But let's check out its stats and everything. Yeah, 170. It's kind of what we're used to with Melee, but that's okay. Let me get some food. Let's get the female and kind of figure out kind of what we're looking at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Okay. Let's head over to the female and see what this thing ends up being. I think it's over here. Yep. There it is. Unconscious level's not too bad. Okay, let's kind of load this thing on up with some lamb. And it's ours. Nice and quick, nice and easy. Maybe the best in stamina? 798 seems pretty good. I'd have to kind of compare and contrast once we get back to the island, because that's where we're going to breed these things. I don't want to breed them over here, because I honestly do want to take advantage of having the Egg Incubator at this point. I want to kind of see how that works, because I'm really, really excited to check that thing on out. And then, yeah, our male doesn't look too bad. It looks a little dull compared to the others, but it's totally okay. Let's do this for a second. Let's turn the HUD off, because that always seems to get in the way. Yeah, it's just a normal black one with a little bit of green. Yeah, that's maybe a little bit of blue. Wow, the blue theme is actually like here today. Jesus, is that blue? I should probably turn the HUD off. That's probably better. Yeah, that looks like, I mean, a little bit of shaking and everything, which doesn't help from this friggin' Parasaur. But yeah, it looks like it actually has a little bit of blue in it, which is kind of cool. We're kind of keeping the blue theme alive today, it seems like. Oh my gosh. Let's grab a little bit of food. It should be pretty much ready to go, honestly. What level did that say for the Parasaur? Say 140? Okay. It did not. It said 20. Alright, let's do this. Let's hopefully have the shaking stop on the screen. And, of course, it continues. Hopefully this thing can just tame on up right away. Come on, please. I'm getting real sick of this. Oh my god, that's incredibly annoying. But it's at 75%, so we're actually going to be pretty damn close here. So you know what? Let's actually get everything off of the Argent at this point, because I'm actually going to bring out the Snow Owl. It's just a little bit quicker of a trip back to the obelisk, because honestly, there we go, and he's up. It's just a little bit quicker at this point, honestly. Oh, okay, he's right here. Cool. Oh, yeah, look at the colors. It's actually like, yeah, it's a little bit of a lime green, too. Oh, cool. Yeah, it looks a little different. I actually really like the color. Okay, that's kind of cool. Not gonna worry about the stats because honestly, I think the females have actually pretty much dominated in that market. But yeah, let's take a quick look at them. Might as well. 1672 in health. I think the female's better. 494, 230, and 310. 310. Why do I feel like that's actually really good in weight? 291. Yeah, and the male's actually got the best in weight. Yeah, cool. Okay, so the male is going to contribute in some way. 310 weight seems really good for a friggin' bullfrog. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm going to bring the Snow Owl out here. It's just a quicker trip to the obelisk. I'll meet you guys back on the island, and yeah, we'll take advantage of using the Egg Incubator. I'm really, really excited about that, honestly. Also, guys, if you were looking for Shrek's house, it's pretty much right here. This is kind of what it looks like, and you actually have a little bit of an outhouse, too. So here in the swamp, it does get a little bit dark, honestly, so it is a little bit tough to see. But roughly 42.6, 18.2 is where you're going to find the little hut. But it's actually kind of cool. I actually like these little Easter eggs that they do put on this map and everything. Alright guys, so I have made my way back to the island, and these three are the ones with the best stats. I have this female here, had the highest in health at 1804, and the best melee at 319. The male ended up having the best in weight, which is 310, and then this female over here had the best in stamina. I do have the other two bullfrogs on me, and I might breed them in for colors and everything like that, but we'll kind of have to see how the process goes. But before coming on back over here, guys, I did a couple of loot runs because, like I mentioned, over on Ragnarok, you can find red loot crates in the desert, and you can actually get some really, really good stuff. But there's also another place that you can go to actually get some loot crates, and that is where you would fight the Queen Ice Worm. Now, in the entrance of that cave, you can actually find some yellow loot crates and blue loot crates, and you can get some really good stuff. And there's actually kind of like a loop that you can do, which is kind of cool because it allows each area to kind of respawn and everything like that. So it's kind of just repetitive. It does take a while to do, but it is kind of fun. I'll show it off in the next few episodes and everything, because I'm definitely going to be making trips over there back and forth to grab some stuff, because you get some really good stuff. I mean, most notably here, I have a new saddle for the Equus, 83 armor saddle, which is pretty damn good. Fabricated sniper rifle with 460 durability, 295 weapon damage, pretty good. Some nice fur armor, honestly. Ghillie mask, leggings, boots, pretty good there too. Gas mask, which is going to help us, especially if we keep going into the artifact of the immune cave, because you do need a gas mask to actually go in there. I got a brand new long neck too, and this is a blueprint. Yeah, the durability at 288 maybe isn't the best, but 245 weapon damage is actually pretty good. I'm really, really excited about that. Better mammoth saddle than what I've had, which is pretty cool. New hatchet, new sickle, which are blueprints. I'll have to make those. Some riot chest pieces with 583 armor, 680 armor on this thing. Absolutely amazing. A brand new scuba tank, which does take a little bit to make, but I think it's actually pretty doable. A Thylacoleo saddle at 91.7 armor. That's actually pretty damn good, and it really doesn't take much to make. 276 metal is really not that bad. And then last but not least, a Tuso saddle. Yes, this is absolutely insane to make. So I don't think it's really going to come to a point where I'll ever make this, but I think it's actually kind of cool to have. 1682 cementing paste, 29,732 fiber. That is ridiculous. 11,967 hide, and 1,121 metal ingot, but that is a 132.9 armor saddle, basically, which is really damn good. Oh yeah, and then the last thing I actually got a brand new spear, and this is an Ascendant Spear, 91 durability, which isn't really the best, but it is what it is, but 243 weapon damage, so looking pretty damn good there. So you can find some really good stuff over there, honestly. It's just a matter of kind of hunting and everything like that. But I'm really, really excited to get this started, because honestly, I believe when you actually breed the bullfrogs and everything like that, they'll actually move to water to mate. They have to mate in the water. I had no idea. Oh my gosh, that's actually kind of cool. Okay. Hey, more you know, honestly. So what I'm actually going to do is let's head over to the snow owl. Let's kind of throw this stuff in there because I don't actually need any of that stuff right now. I didn't realize these things have to mate in the water. That's actually kind of interesting. All right, let me hop them on over there. But what I'm really excited about, guys, is the fact that I can actually use the egg incubator now, because I think these things actually give you eggs, which is really, really cool. I'm really, really excited to do this. And I kind of want to see what happens. Like, do they have to be fully emerged, or like, is that enough? Like, is that going to be okay? I guess, move to water to mate. I guess they have to be fully in the water? Okay. I wonder if that's going to be good enough. No. Alright, let me bring the other ones over here and we'll kind of experiment and figure this out. That's kind of interesting, though. I'm a little worried that, like, I haven't actually checked this water. Doesn't look like there's piranhas, thankfully, but if there was, oh my gosh. Let me get these guys on over here and we'll kind of figure out what we need to do. This is actually kind of cool. Alright, guys, so it does turn out that you actually have to have them completely submerged in the water, which is kind of interesting. I've actually never realized that. Another thing I'm realizing is, am I actually going to be able to hatch them? Well, first of all, do they actually come out as eggs? Or is it going to be just little, like, tadpoles, basically? I don't really know. But the other thing is, I've actually realized, if you actually go over to the incubator, it actually tells you, too, if you have underwater animals that you're actually using in the incubator, you won't actually be able to hatch them unless the incubator, I think, is, like, in the water or something like that, it says. Eggs that normally must be hatched underwater require the incubator to be underwater. So I'm actually wondering, I don't even know if we're actually going to be able to use the incubator. I was actually really, really hoping to have to do that, but we'll have to see kind of what happens here. I'm really, really interested. I wonder if the eggs, if it's going to work or not. I don't actually know. We'll have to see in a second, though, because it looks like this one's about to, I don't know, do something. I don't know what it's going to be, but we'll see in a second what's going to happen here. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's okay. So there is an egg. I saw the egg. Fertilized Beelzebufo egg. Alright, let's experiment with this. Let's see what happens. So if I take this egg and go all the way up here. Actually, you know what? I probably should wait for the second egg, honestly. I should just do them both at once, because if we're going to experiment and everything, we got to figure out temperatures and all that stuff. So yeah, you know what? Once this thing's ready to go, come on, 95%, I'm actually going to turn the male off once this thing actually gives me another egg. That's actually kind of cool, though, that the egg looks like this. Egg incubation 94, so it will actually do it in the water here, which is kind of cool. So, like, worst case scenario, we basically just do this right in the water. It's not that big of a deal, but for now, let me turn this guy off, disable mating, and let's head up to the incubator. Let's kind of see what happens here. I'm actually really curious. I have a feeling I'm not actually going to be able to hatch these in here, and it's not going to work. So I think we're going to have to destroy these eggs regardless, but I definitely want to run some tests here and see what happens. So I don't want to consume. Will it not allow me to throw? It won't even allow me to throw it in here. So I do have to do this in the water. Oh, that stinks. I was really, really hoping to be able to use this thing today, but I guess we're not going to be able to. All right, well, I guess I'm going to go back to the water and kind of figure this out. But okay, so we're going to get to hatching in the water and everything, guys, and we'll see what happens. So like I said, I'm obviously trying to get the best stats of these things, and we'll see how this goes. So let me kind of check these out, and let's kind of begin here and see what happens. Yeah, that's actually really, really cool. I gotta say, that actually looks really awesome. I am gonna get some cryos though. So, let me kind of work on this, guys, and then once I get a perfect one and everything, I'll kind of bring you guys back and we'll see what the final stats are on this thing. I'm really, really excited to check this thing out. Alright guys, after doing a lot of breeding, we finally have our brand new Bullfrog, and I really, really like this guy, honestly. I really like how the colors came out, and the stats actually look pretty good on it too. Those are my stats, of course. Okay, let's go over to here. Health, 2164, 798 in stam, 372 weight, and 382 melee seems really good, honestly. And I gotta say, I actually really, really like the whole breeding process and everything for these guys. I feel like it's actually pretty unique for ARK in general. Like, I feel like regardless if you're doing underwater tame breeding or you're doing just land breeding, it seems like the same repetitive process. But when it comes to bullfrogs, I was actually really, really surprised. So first of all, they have to be completely submerged in the water. So I actually had them kind of hanging out down here and breeding and everything like that. But the one cool thing actually about it is they actually don't give you eggs. They actually give you these guys, which they are eggs, but they look completely different than any other egg I've seen. It's just like a traditional, like what a normal frog would basically lay. It's actually a kind of interesting egg. I don't know, it just looks really different, and I've never seen another dino lay an egg like this or anything like that. But what's really, really cool about this is, especially with underwater tames, once you get your underwater baby and everything like that, sometimes if you take it, put it in the cryo, and then kind of throw it out into the land, it won't actually, like, allow you to. It just says, like, oh, you need water or whatever. The bullfrogs are actually different. Once this thing's born, I'll actually show it off. You know what? Let's kind of do it the other way. I feel like that makes more sense because this guy has a little bit of a less timer. First of all, what's really cool about the egg is if you actually throw it out on land, instead of it saying, like, no, it can't go out on land, if you actually throw it, it just kills it. Like, that's it. It's dead. Like, you can't actually get it back, which I think is really, really cool, honestly. I feel like with all of their tames and everything like that, it just wouldn't really work that way, if that makes sense. But also, too, like, once it's born, if you ever notice with a lot of the dinos here in ARK, like, once they're born, it's like the adult, but it's like just a smaller adult, basically. But once this thing's actually, hatches and everything in 39 seconds, I'll kind of show it off because it's kind of interesting. It doesn't end up being a little, like, bullfrog, essentially. It ends up being a tadpole, which I thought was really cool, honestly. Yes, obviously that's going a little bit more the technical and everything like that, but I don't know, because I always just think of the example of, like, taming a moose and then breeding a moose. If you get a male moose, it ends up having, like, these huge, huge antlers, and it's such a small little body. Like, it makes no sense. It's basically the adult version just kind of shrunk. But with the Beelzebufo, or the bullfrog, it actually comes out as a tadpole, and I really, really like that, honestly. Like, I feel like no other dino has this, like, concept, as you can see right here. And it's just really cool, honestly. Let me get a little bit of air, then we'll kind of keep going with this. Yep, cool. Okay. Now, the last thing that I thought was actually kind of cool is, now, like I said, with underwater tames and everything like that, if you actually take them out onto the land... Come on. There we go, finally. Traditionally, if you take them out onto the land, the cryo just tells you, like, hey, no, you need water. But with these guys, it'll actually kill it. Like, it's, like, I'm just like, oh my god, and then if you look, it's gone. Like, completely gone. So it actually kills the tadpole just naturally, basically, which honestly has made this process really, really easy in breeding them, because if it's not a good one, then I kind of just throw it out and kind of call it a day, whatever. Yeah, I don't get the XP for it, but it has made the process a little bit easier. But I'm really, really excited to take this guy out, honestly, and check him on out. And I've actually named him Bud. Now, some people might not get the reference, everything like that, but if you're a little bit older like I am 30, you might get this reference because Budweiser, their old, like, commercials and everything used to have bullfrogs in them. So, yeah, I think some of the older crowd here will actually appreciate that or understand the gist. But what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to get a few levels on this guy. Then we're actually going to head over to the artifact of the Immune Cave because we're going to try to get a ton of Meganera, which apparently, once this thing kills, like, Meganera, it'll actually, like, convert it to cementing paste. So I really, really want to check that out. We could go to the swamp, but I think it's just better to go there where there's just a ton of bugs at all times, and we'll see what this guy can do. So let me get a gas mask, let me get some stuff, and I'll see you guys over at the Artifact of the Immune Cave. Alright guys, we are inside the Artifact of the Immune Cave. Again, just to kind of experiment how much stuff I will actually get from this. And there's a ton of Meganeras and stuff there. So you know what, we're going to use the shotgun and try to just get everything over here. And then we should be pretty good to go. Oh boy. Get rid of that there and start kind of hitting away. Oh, the Meganeras didn't come over. That's kind of interesting. There we go. There we go. Sweet. Wow, they do beat up on you a little bit, honestly, but we do have a really good saddle here, so it's not too bad. I mean, 416 cementing pace so far, 440. Alright, so there we go. In total, as of right now with this guy, we basically have a decent amount of cementing paste, honestly. I would say that there's probably better options and everything for this. I'm not really sure what attack to do. So there's a left trigger, and I know it's really dark in here, guys. I apologize. I don't have access to a torch or anything right now, so it is what it is. But there is a kind of a left, kind of like a left trigger attack. It's going to be a little bit tough to see, but it kind of basically kind of moves its tongue all around and everything like that. And then there's like the little bite and everything like that. So I'm honestly not really sure which one to use. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's more of these guys. Is it the tongue? Oh wow, 909 damage. Okay, so it's the tongue attack that I'm supposed to be using. Oh my god. Okay, so this game's probably really easy with this kind of thing now. I kind of want to keep going a little bit. Maybe not. That's a lot of spiders. Oh god, that's an Arthropleura. No. No, okay, I think we did enough experimenting. I can figure this out probably in a lot easier of ways. Was that an Arthropleura or was it a Titanoboa? It doesn't matter. I think we've done enough experimenting. In total, just in that little group, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 total cementing paste, along with a ton of chitin that I could honestly convert this over with the cementing paste, with the chemistry bench, sorry. But yeah, overall, like, it's actually a pretty good feasible option, honestly. I'm really, really liking this guy. Obviously, I will have to level it a little bit, and obviously doing the transfer trick. I did get a decent amount of levels on this guy overall. I got about 40, 45 levels. So now we're looking at about 4,386 in health, 1,596 stamina, which the stamina keeps dropping because it's obviously hurt and everything right now, so that's just going to continuously drop like crazy. 372 weight and 499 melee damage is the total on this thing. This thing's absolutely amazing, honestly, and I'm really excited to bring it out a little bit more. It's definitely a feasible option, especially to get cementing paste, and this cave is a really good cave to honestly do that in. Obviously, just watch your health, watch everything, kind of figure out what button you're supposed to click. I think it's the left trigger. I'm going to say it's this tongue attack that I'm supposed to be doing, that you get just a ton of damage, it looks like, ton of damage output on it. I would go back in. I am kind of intrigued to go back in and everything, but if that is an Arthropleura, I don't want to deal with that at all. But guys, overall, this thing's absolutely great. I'm really, really excited to use this in the future, but that is, in fact, going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, smash that like button. Questions, comments, leave it down below. If you're new to the channel or you've already been enjoying my content, but you just haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps me out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much to all my Patreons. If you would like access to my servers, if you'd like your name at the end of my videos, head over to my Patreon for more info. Link is in the description down below.